A very warm welcome to you. Many thanks for joining us on this edition of ALMOND Finance and Wealth Report, your source for latest happenings in the financial services sector of the economy. I am Jennifer Obidiebube. On this edition of the program, we join Faith in an exclusive interview with Mr. Eddie EFEKOHA, chairman of the Nigerian Insurers Association, NIA, where he spoke extensively on his leadership and efforts at the NIA.
If you can't prove fraud, then of course the industry has to pay for such claims.
Plus, we'll also bring you highlights of NICOM seminar for insurance correspondents in Gombe State. And not forgetting our industry icon segment. All these and more are what we have lined up for your viewing pleasure this week, so sit tight and enjoy the rest of the lineup. Details in just a moment. Please stay with us. Do you know if a child, a spouse, a parent, or a sibling depends on you and your income, you need life insurance?
All right, welcome back. On the set of ALMOND today, we are out of the insurance industry town hall. I'm sitting one-on-one with the chairman of the Nigerian Insurers Association, NIA, Mr. Eddie EFEKOHA, and together we'll be looking at a lot of issues as it affects the Nigerian insurance industry. Thank you so very much, sir, for joining us on the set. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to start off by asking, you've been in the saddle as the chairman of the NIA for a few months now. How has it been and what are the challenges you've seen so far?
I was elected the chairman precisely on the 30th of June 2016. And on the 16th of August, I had my investiture as the chairman of the Nigerian Insurers Association. And as you will recall, we had a commissioner for insurance in attendance, as well as the chairman of the Senate Committee on Finance and Insurance and the chairman of the House of Rep Committee on Insurance, and a lot of industry top level CEOs, and as well as our consumers, insurance consumers in attendance. That event was defining because the commissioner took that opportunity equally to make some pronouncements that bordered on the industry. Precisely now we've done about 3 months since my coming on to become the chairman. And we've had a couple of engagements since then. And I will tell you, in the last 3 months, really, it's been very, very challenging because so much has happened within such a short space of time. But thank God that we are still in, and we are taking the challenges as they come. It is our hope and prayer that at the end of my tenure, we will not leave the association and the industry the way we met it.
Okay, sir. Now, what would you say is the major challenge facing the insurance industry today, more so in this challenging period of recession in the economy?
I think rightly so, like you've asked. The Q2 report of the federal government puts us as a recessed economy. Before then, we were in a technical recession, but this was confirmed with the Q2 report. And what that meant is that a lot of economic activities are actually on a downward movement. And with a profession, an industry that is largely derivative, it thrives on the back of all of the other economic activity. One therefore can safely conclude that insurance activity will be highly challenged because the economy itself is challenged. And if you look at it, you find out that if manufacturing is not doing well, they will hardly insure their factories. They will have less goods to insure. Their people, because a lot of retrenchment and terminations are taking place. So you find out that most of these insurances will not be in place. And where they are even in place, you find that they are not able to even pay for them. It's obvious, therefore, that any economy with suffering from some of those challenges is bound to be recessed. So there's that challenge from that recession. But equally beyond that, within the industry, we equally have this keen competition for the very few available businesses. And that has led us to what some have referred to as rate cutting or inappropriate pricing. And on the back of that is the fact that there are no statistics, really, for a lot of us to work with.
Would you say that's the reason why you have this rate cutting that has been in the industry for a long time?
Yes, in some sense. If you have those statistics, the work of the underwriter is to look at the past and see to what extent the premiums relates to the claim and all other overheads. And once that is put in place, you can then say, oh, I need to take this underwriting measure or otherwise. But in the absence of such statistics, you find out that the work of the underwriter is made so difficult. And therefore, people are therefore pushing for survival, and they are using their initiative, which is not really informed, because insurance business itself is a science and has to thrive on the back of these statistics. So you find people just guesswork and then charging premiums which are regarded as inappropriate. That is why I want to actually run away from saying rate cutting. I want to use the word inappropriate. So once this is there, the industry therefore will be suffering from premium drops. Equally, you find that in a recessed economy, take it or leave it, claims are usually higher. Most of our members today are suffering from increased claims settlement. Of course, we'll say we will not lay it on the back of fraud, but you cannot rule out fraud. A lot of people who are unable to sell their goods and running out of time by way of expiry date, anything could happen. Could they be set on fire? The answer is yes, but you have difficulty in proving it. If you can't prove fraud, then of course the industry has to pay for such claims. So we have these challenges, really. You read on the pages of newspaper on a daily basis. Maritime has dropped so. In fact, look at the level of ships, cargo ships that bet these days. You find that they are not as usual. So with all of this combined, the industry truly is passing through a lot of challenges. That is as far as the market challenges are concerned. Of course, we equally have our own regulatory challenges. Remember that just early in the year, the National Insurance Commission introduced the Code of Corporate Governance. It's been there, but it's been silent. And so when the Commission decided to implement it, it met so much of challenge to a lot of members. And at the point we are speaking today, of course, we have another Code of Corporate Governance that the industry, together with the entire private sector, we need to contend with. So there are challenges in all spheres. Of course, the other challenge is the fact that Naira, in relation to other currency, has been devalued, whether you like it or not. The purchasing power of the Naira has been so weakened. A simple analogy is such that when you, yesterday, or in 2015 year end, an underwriter in the market, based on the regulation issued by NICOM, is expected to retain not more than 5% of his shareholders' fund. And if you have a shareholders' fund of 10 billion, for instance, 5% of it will give you roughly, is it 500 million?
500 million.
And with 500 million retention, exchanged using an exchange rate of say 200, that will give you a $2.5 million retention. But in today's exchange rate of averagely say 400 to the dollar, you find that that has reduced from 2.5 to 1.25. So the retentive capacity of the industry with relation to transactions or policies that are denominated in US dollar, for instance, has been so weakened. These are challenges. So there are challenges all around us, but the fact is that there's still light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, sir, I'm going to bring you back to the issue of data in the market. Now, this issue of lack of data has been on for a very long time, but I just want to ask, whose responsibility would you say it is to build adequate data in the insurance industry?
I would say that is the responsibility of all. First of all, the NIA is a voluntary association. It only need to operate with so much of encouragement and appeal to its members to submit information to it. But on the other hand, we are, as an industry, regulated industry. Therefore, the National Insurance Commission compels us most times to equally provide these statistics in some respect. Are this information relevant, adequate for further analysis in order to? It is not the job of the Commission to actually dictate to us what rates to be charged, particularly if they are not compulsory insurances. So you find out that as an industry, we would need to encourage ourselves on the need to submit to requests from the association when it concerns information. Because the information we have as individual company will not be sufficient to it will not be sufficient in our quest to determine appropriate rates. We need entire market experience to actually come to the conclusion that a given class of business is not properly priced, and therefore for next year let's go to this level, or this product is overpriced, therefore let's go down to this level. We need a market experience as opposed to individual members' experience.
So what is the NIA doing in that direction?
The NIA is on a mission to continue to encourage its members and drive to bring to their attention the advantage we enjoy as a group as opposed to operating in individually. A lot of us, some of us feel, let's operate individually, but that will not help any one of us because you will not have an overall experience to work with. But the message is sinking, I will say, because today every underwriter wants to belong to the NIA. And of course, we are saying if you therefore want to belong, then you have to equally submit to the demands of the association. If you recall, last year or so, there was a joint NIA NCRIB committee, and that committee produced some guideline written or suggest a recommendation on motor insurance. And we realized that yes, much as these two bodies came together to fashion out a way forward. We needed the National Insurance Commission to give it that regulatory power. Remember again that as an association, it's just a voluntary association. Members are free to practice their business the way they choose to, because we all have our own individual strategies, marketing strategies to deal with. And these are strategies that would have been approved by our respective board of directors. So we need a commission, because this is a class of business that impacts the public, particularly when we talk about the third-party motor insurance cover. And therefore, the government, through the commission, can actually get involved to enforce it. We are lacking on enforcement right now. Once this can be enforced, then we are set to really explode, in my opinion.
Welcome back. Moving on, we now bring you highlights of NICOM seminar for insurance correspondents in Gombe State. The annual seminar affords members of the press to interact extensively with top management of the commission in a relaxed atmosphere. This year was no exception.
The National Insurance Commission, NICOM, recently held its annual seminar for insurance correspondents at the Custodian Hotel, Gombe State. The yearly interactive session, which started 9 years ago, is meant to engender better working relationship between insurance correspondents and the Commission. The theme of the seminar this year was the role of insurance in a challenged economy. In attendance were top management staffs of the Commission and insurance correspondents from Lagos and Abuja. Welcoming journalists to the seminar, the Commissioner for Insurance, Alhaji Mohammed Kari, stated that there is no doubt that the insurance industry is going through a rough path as a result of the recession.
It is the time every economy or every society goes through in life. And Nigeria as a nation, Nigeria as an economy, and we insurance as an industry are going through huge challenges. And the challenges are so dynamic that last week, new challenges were thrown into the fold, which we may not have time to discuss fully. We may have to arrange a day symposium in Lagos or somewhere to discuss the effect of the FRC code on the insurance industry, because that is as challenging as they can come. And if you have read the Code of Governance, which was released the other week, you would agree with me that it requires a full digesting time to seek out the issues and discuss them extensively.
There is no doubt that economic growth in a developing economy such as Nigeria will be enabled faster and in a sustainable manner if insurance is developed as a driver of economic emancipation. Presenting the theme paper of the seminar, Role of Insurance in a Challenged Economy, Mr. Pius Agbola, Director, Authorization and Policy, NICOM, said that effective claims payment and management is critical in a recessed economy.
One of the ways you can really make insurance impact to be known is through effective and efficient claim management. Now, if there is recession and that somebody has a claim, you pay it immediately. It gives you the money to cover, to put back to the economy, and they will now be able to meet their need. I realize insurance company, they don't follow claim management, but that is one of the critical success if the insurance company will succeed in Nigeria or not. Because there are so many fraud. You see, the more you are able to prevent the fraud, the more you'll be able to attend to what? The new claim. But if you cannot prevent the fraud, you'll not be able to pay the new claim and even pay speedily.
Also speaking on insurance market development, NICOM's initiatives are deepening penetration. Mr. Sabiu Bello Abubakar, Head Market Development NICOM, took journalists through the various development agenda aimed at growing the insurance industry, which is the thrust of the Commission's MDRI initiative. The high point of the annual seminar for correspondents is the interactive session where journalists ask questions agitating your minds about the Commission and the industry in general.
I know at the time you were waiting. You wanted to implement corporate governance as it affects the CEOs. But I felt that probably there was a lot of pressure and tension. You said you hold on to wait on the Financial Reporting Council, which is now out and has spelled 10 years maximum tenure for CEOs. And the law says the reporting council and the regulatory authorities of each industry will be part of that enforcement. I want to see the position of NICOM on this. That is one. Secondly, I was asked a question in my office and I felt I should get an answer from here. Why are insurance companies not profitable?
This year's seminar provided a platform for officials of the Commission to formally do the investiture of the newly elected EFEKOHA of the National Association of Insurance and Pension Correspondents, NIPCO, led by Omobola Tolu Kasimo. The yearly seminar for insurance correspondents by the National Insurance Commission has remained a platform for reassessing relationship with each other and in the process explore new ways for forging stronger bonds of cooperation and collaboration between members of the press and the Commission.
And that's our program this week. Many thanks for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed every bit of it. Join us again next week for a fresh new package. Same time, same station. In the meantime, please contact us for all your inquiries on the numbers showing on your screen. You can also reach us via our email addresses also showing on your screen right now. Please visit our website almondreports.com, like our Facebook page Almond Finance and Wealth Reports, and subscribe to our YouTube channel Almond Reports TV, that is Almond Space Reports TV together, to view past episodes of this program. Don't forget to join us every Wednesday by 9:45 a.m. live on Niger FM 102.7 for our Pidgin English program, Waiting Insurance They Do Self. You can also reach us on WhatsApp on 080-335-7879, and please follow us on Twitter at Madam Insurance. This program also airs on BCOS TV every Thursdays at 6 p.m. for those in Ibadan and environs. My name is Jennifer Obidiebubi. Many thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Listen up as Faith Owode brings you our Pidgin English program, Waiting Insurance They Do Self, with different guests every week, airing live on Niger FM 102.7 at 9:45 a.m. every Wednesday.